Hey, what's up, man? I got some homework for you. I'm gonna teach you how to play Ramble On. It's a really easy song, but I'm gonna teach you how to play it so that when you come home, you already know it. I know that you could probably learn it pretty fast when you're here, but I'm gonna give you a head start. That way, when you come home, we can just bust it out. So, it's really easy. It's in the key of E. Might seem like kind of tricky at first, but it's not. It's really easy, man. I got every confidence in you. So, I'll start with the bass line, and I'll just shut this off. Just, I don't know, just a little bit of, I don't know what you call that, but the bass line, like I said, it's in E. So, you start on the E, and it's all box formation. You're gonna, it's basically like imagine if you were barring, making a E chord up here. You're just gonna start with your index finger on the E note, and then you take your ring finger and you hit that, just start on the, obviously you already know that the E is on the 7th fret, and then you go down a string, and then you play on the 9th fret on the D string. So, alright, you with me so far? I'm sure you are. Okay, so you do that, and then you just move that whole thing down one string each. You just take both your fingers and move them down, and then go. So you got got it? Easy as pie. Just and then there's just a quick quarter note, 8th note that's in there after you do the string right above it on that's the D string on the same fret, string right above it. You just go and then back to the E. So you go pretty easy. So you got now for this part, you come up to the G string on the 11th fret, and you just slide it up to the 13th fret, and you come back down to the 11th fret, then down to the 9th fret, and then you already got the box going. You go to the string above that on the 11th fret, which is the 11th fret on the D string. So you got and then you come back down here to the 7th fret on the D string. It's all box. It's the whole box, pentatonic scale box formation. You got just, I don't think I explained that last part, just in case you got lost. Just like I said, you're on the 11th fret, slide up to the 13th. This is all on the G string. And then bring it back to the 9th. Now you take your ring finger and you go the string above that, the D string, on the 11th. And then D string, 9th. D string, 7th. Then D string, 9th again. Then D string, the 11th. Take your index finger, string below that, on the 9th fret, 9th fret, G string. Sorry if I'm losing you, man. Alright, had enough of that. I'm sure that you can do the math, and if you got lost, then you know the general area where those notes are. I'm just telling you, basically it's easy. Alright, that's the bass line. Now, the chords, remember I told you it's in E. So it's like you're gonna play an E bar chord, but let this E, the bottom E, you don't bar that. It's an E, so you just let that open E ring out. But you actually start on as if you're playing a D. Once again, keep the E so that the open E so that's open. But you start at a D and you slide it up. You go. Now the next chord, you actually take your ring finger, put it on the 9th fret of the A string. Take your pinky finger, 9th fret of the G string. And then you'll notice that you've got the D string that's in between those is just hanging loose. You put your index finger on that one on the 7th fret. So it's like a triangle. I don't know what the name of that chord is, but so you got this. Now, the next chord, like, imagine an F, your basic open F. Dang it, I'm going the wrong stupid camera. You got your open F, but as you know, an open F, you're hitting that E string down there. You're barring that, but for this one, don't. Just do like an F. Sort of like a C, how you don't bar. Do an F without pushing down on that E string. It's an F formation, but you're playing it up here in between the 5th fret and the 7th fret. And then you take your pinky finger and you put it on that G string on the 7th fret. So now you got all the chords for the verse. It's just leaves are falling all around. Time that's it. That's the whole, for every verse, that's it. That's the whole thing. All right, now we get down to the pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is the part where now I smell the rain with a pain and it's headed my way, yeah. And it goes down to E, just a regular E. Dang it, stupid backwards ass camera. You just go down to an E, play it with your pinky, your ring finger, and your middle finger, because you're going to be sliding that up. So it's easiest to just play it with those fingers, but you go E, F sharp minor, A flat minor, A, and then back down to F sharp minor, and then do that again. Now it goes to the chorus. And what you do is you're up here on the E. Same thing. Let that open E ring out. And all you're going to do is just go. You just lift up your ring finger. Oh, I forgot to tell you that with the verse. Before you do that triangle chord, you actually just lift up your ring finger first. You just go. So I missed one. Sorry about that. But the chorus is the same way. You just lift up that finger, and then when you put it back on there, you just kind of lift up your index finger and then slide back. That's the Ramble On. Now the next part is kind of tricky, but not really. Take your index finger and you put it on the B string on the 3rd fret. You take your ring finger and you put that on the 5th fret of the D string. And then all you do is it's just those two strings, man. You just go, slide it up to the 5th and 7th. So here you are at 3rd and 5th. Slide it up to the 5th and 7th. Slide it back down to the 3rd and 5th. And then you got your ring finger on the 5th fret. Take your middle finger and stick it on the fret behind that same string. And then you take your ring finger and stick it there on the A string of the 5th fret. So you got, now you're playing it's like a C formation. You should end up in a C formation up here on between the 3rd and the 5th frets. So it's, and that's all that is. One thing I didn't tell you about the pre-chorus, if you wanted to, you could just, there's that little lick. And And all that is it's all on the G string, and you're just using that G string and the open E. Anytime you're not playing a melody note, you go to the E. It's just alternating back and forth. Anytime you're not playing a melody note, you're playing the E, that open E. You should end up on the... It ends on the 2nd fret of that G string. And all it is just you bend on the 11th fret, E string, down to the 9th, E string, and then you go to the 7th and slide back to the 6th. I don't even need to explain that. I know you got all that. So, if you were so inclined, easy. That's going while the... Alright, so now you got pretty much everything. There's only one other part, and that is after the second... where does that fall? There's that little lead. There's a little lead. It's like, I think it's after the first chorus. Now's the time is now, sing my song. It's actually before the second chorus, I believe. Listen to the song, you'll hear where it falls, but it goes while these chords are still going. The verse chords. All that is, man, is on the 10th fret of the E string, and it just, you're gonna laugh. It's just... And then it goes into that second chorus. Ramble on. Alright, so you got that. And then the only other thing is after that second chorus, now's the times I sing my song. Gotta work my way around the world, find my girl. Been this way 10 years to the day I gotta ramble on. Find the queen of all my dreams. It goes to an A chord. Into the last verse. And while that A chord is going on, you're up here on, it's just the bottom 3 strings. You start, like you bar the bottom 3 strings with your index finger. And that's on the 7th fret. Now all you do is it's like a couple of hammer-ons and pull-offs. You just, you're on the 7th fret, you take your ring finger on the 9th, and you play that note, and you pull it off. Then you take your pinky on the 10th fret of the B string, and you do the same thing. And then you take your ring finger and you just hit the note on the G string on the 9th fret. So you got I'm sure you can figure all that out. So there it is, man. Ramble On. It's such an easy song, but it's so fun to play, and it's like one of those when you like bust it out when you pull that one out. I don't know. It's like a crowd pleaser. It's just it sounds complicated, but it's not. It's just I know we're gonna have fun playing it. So do your homework, man. Learn it.